Hello everyone, this is Jordan from Madtown Studios. Welcome back to another episode of Sketchy Opinions, where I give out my sketchy opinions on different topics in pop culture. But before we delve in, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you'd like to be part of the Madtown community, tap that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, like, comment if you have any other suggestions for us to talk about, and share. Oh, and also too, I hope everyone is having a good Memorials Day. Hope they're enjoying themselves, especially during this time. A big shout out to all the veterans and even soldiers fighting now for serving our country. So, in today's topic, we're going to talk about a certain trend that's going on now. And we're not going to really talk about the trend itself, but we're going to really talk about the controversy that's going on. So, all of this has to do with the new art challenge called #SailormoonRedrawchallenge. As you can see now, that's exactly what I'm doing. You've probably seen this on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, DeviantArt, but pretty much it is when any artists are able to redraw not clip, but a picture from the show Sailor Moon S. In which case we have Usagi Tsukino, aka Sailor Moon, looking up in a very distressed manner. And this is a pretty fun challenge to do, and it's really cool to see all the different artists' versions of this clip. You have one from this artist named Zayla who has "Please Accept My Offering." That one looks pretty cute. There's also one that looks like almost like a Hindi, like Indian version of Sailor Moon. Very creative. And then there's also one that I really like. It's like a really not that charming look of Sailor Moon. A very interesting look from Dirk Schulz. He has a lot of good, wacky, great designs. But yeah, all these versions look really good. All these are great. But the one that we're actually going to focus on today is from artwork by Silverjow. In which case, he drew Sailor Moon with more realistic features, but still keeping her blonde hair and blue eyes. This looks really good. Very good. And I think, most people would kind of, think the same way. But, in 2020, well, today's time, there has to be some kind of problem. So what I have here is from the article from Bounding into Comics. I've heard about this whole thing starting with Yellow Flash on YouTube. And of course, other YouTubers gave their opinions about this whole situation. And but I decided to just pull up the main source from Bounding into Comics. And of course, the title of this article is Twitter art critics accuse artists of quote-unquote whitewashing Sailor Moon. Praise diverse variations in the #SailorMoonRedrawchallenge. Now, Silverjow has two versions of this. One is his original art with the blonde hair and blue eyes, but his second art is one with jet black hair and black grayish eyes. Now, in the end, you will want people to comment on his style and his artistic vision. However, though, we have a small group of people on Twitter who are praising this version, the realistic version of Sailor Moon, because of the fact that this version, quote unquote, actually looks Japanese. And pretty much slamming other artists for, quote unquote, having so many people whitewash her in this challenge, despite the character's Japanese origin, setting, and heritage of its creator. Some of the Twitter comments include, so many people whitewash her in this challenge. Thank you, this is beautiful. Not to be racist, but it's weird how anime characters often don't actually look Japanese. This portrayal of her makes me think of Real Metal. Thanks for this. This is more racially accurate than the actual show. So it continues, and it has the exact same comments, and once again it's praising how accurate it is, and just completely just slams like Western fans, calling them racist and whatnot. So, what do I think about this? First off, I'm not really surprised that this is happening, but I'm also not really expecting to see this in terms of, people getting outraged of, another person's art styles and designs and their interpretations. We see that a lot, and especially when it comes down to anime characters. And the thing is, too, this is not the first time we have like fan art at all. Fan art has been around for a very long time. I'm pretty sure fan art has been around even before the internet. I mean, is people drawing their own interpretations of something they love, something that they're passionate about. I know this is going to sound a little pretentious, but as an artist, I really need to just free my mind and have fun. And like I said before, this challenge is a good way for people to just, let loose. Show support of something they care about, in which this case is Sailor Moon, but draw in their own kind of style. It's also a good way just to, release any stress. And if Silverjow Art wanted to have a version of Sailor Moon, but with blonde hair and blue eyes, that's cool. Like I said, his art style looks really good, and either it's with the blonde hair or with the black hair. Viewing this art shouldn't just be based on social political lens. And plus too, when you really think about it, if you look at places like Japan, I mean, what's their viewpoint on it? Most of the folks are like, saying how Westerners are being racist in terms of them drawing Usagi whites, and Silverjaw drawing her in a more Asian look. I mean, okay, what are the Japanese view on this? Have you ever asked about that? If the Japanese community or the people in Japan, if they don't have a problem with it, then it really sounds like you're speaking for them. Everyone has a voice, not just you. Continuing on in the article, we then see another Twitter post from jvzmina X Art, in which she does her interpretation of the Redraw challenge, and she has made a black version of Sailor Moon. And now I've seen a lot of different versions of Sailor Moon, and that also includes a black version of Sagi Tsukino and the rest of the gang. And that includes, the puffs, the dreads, and all that. And it looks pretty good. And this right here is nice as well. I also have to say this too. I do like how it has a bit of that mid to late 80s anime style, the sci-fi action animes. So I like that. But that's the thing. I'm not complimenting her just because, you turn Sailor Moon into the Sailor Sister. I like it because I like the style of it. No one should be mad at any of the artwork. Not jvzmina, not Silverjow, not anyone. I mean, this is just for fun. And it's just very questionable when some of these folks just talk about, race, gender, sexuality, and that's it. It's only about representation. Not the direction, not the writing, not the art styles, not the performance and any kind of performer. None of that. It's just about the color of skin, or what nationality you're from, or religion, or something has to do with the LGBTQ. I'm not saying none of that is important at all. Of course not. Everyone should be represented, but that shouldn't be the main focus in art. Because really, just like music, art is open to anybody. It can be subjective, and some people have their own specific tastes, but it shouldn't be restricted. So, continuing on at the end, we then get to the part that's really irked me. So, Silverjow responded from this, and here's what he had to say from his Twitter. I'd be lying if I said the comment section under my Sailor Moon redraw tweet don't hinder me or bother me. I am trying my best to stay positive, but I must admit I feel insulted. Maybe I should have joined the challenge in the first place. But he also later on addressed this to the critics, as he stated, first of all, I never claimed to make Sailor Moon look quote-unquote Japanese. I also didn't say all Asian are, or should, look like that. I modeled her after my own sister. If you think she's ugly because she looks too Asian, I don't know who's the racist here. We are Malaysian, born and raised in Malaysia. So, after reading these two tweets, I got even more frustrated. First off, I really feel bad for Silverjow. Just the fact that, these folks are constantly trying to throw in their own ideologies and really want it to be more of their ideal of, just social politics and, like I said, just nothing but race, gender, sexuality, and all that. Well, in this case, it's mostly race. Have that being the main focus. It's now starting to question him whether or not he should have done this challenge. From reading his first tweet, it sounds like he's just not having a good time. And honestly, if he was listening to this, I will tell him to keep going forward. If you feel proud of this art piece and you're getting compliments on the art itself, then that should be a good thing. I say take that, and don't let any person push you to, following their own ideology or their own way. You follow your own path, and if this art piece and doing this challenge makes you happy, then don't regret it. And as for the second tweets, which actually this is a response towards those kind of groups. If in your own opinion and in your own mindset that an art should be praised for just based on the, like I said, of race, gender, sexuality, and whatnot, that is your viewpoint, that is your opinion, and I respect that. However, though, you need to stop pushing that onto others as if that is something that people should follow by. You need to stop accusing other artists, calling them racist and calling them, this and that, as if that's going to help anyone. Because you're not really helping anyone. You're just making things worse. And as I said before in the beginning, you should also probably get, at the very least, the Japanese perspective on these fan arts. Because from what I've seen, there really is no Japanese person or Japanese artist, from at least from what I've seen, doing what you're doing, and just dogging people and shaming people and calling them is and whatnot. Silverjow even mentioned that him and his sister aren't even Japanese. They're from Malaysia. And the fact that you're just going to jump on board and be like, oh yeah, representation. Oh yes, the most realistic looking Japanese person I've seen. You folks need to let it go, let it loose. Actually fight for things that are actually having a serious detrimental effect on different cultures and different people. But this is not it. And once again to Silverjow, just keep it up, man. Keep it up. I really do like this artwork. Keep it up. And to all the artists out there, do what you love. Do what is most passionate in your life. And be happy. And that ends my sketchy rant, I should probably call it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to join the Mantown community, tap that subscribe button down below. Share with friends and family. And down in the comment section below, tell me what you think about this whole topic. I want to know what you guys think about this. And tell me what you think about my own Sailor Moon art challenge redesign. I'll catch you guys later. You folks have a good Memorial's Day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep moving forward. Peace.